I set up a new
Oh,
I
sorry.
set up a new workstation for myself. I moved everything out of the living room, which is my coldest room in my apartment, and I
Fair
moved
enough.
it into the bedroom
Yeah.
on this little dressing table, and that's the warmest room in my apartment. So now it's almost too warm, but it's much better than too cold.
Oh,
So,
absolutely. 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 So that is
but
that the win for the week?
that is definitely a win for the week. I still haven't hooked everything up. I've got a larger monitor to add to the laptop and a new glide pad because this one's starting to mess up, the one that's built into the laptop. A lot of times when I try to right click on it, it doesn't work. So it's time for a new one.
Right, fair enough. Fair enough. These things
But
the
yeah, that's a
yeah.
work in progress, but it's
Oh, that's
definitely
cool.
an improvement, except for the lighting. So
Right. Oh, good. I think, some ring lights or some flat LED lights in the front, so that I think you'll be able to actually pick them up for quite a reasonable
yeah, there
price.
just
So,
isn't much room to put
oh yeah.
them. You know,
Um, some of them you don't actually want to put them behind the computer anyway. You want to put them on the side so that it's coming
yeah,
in this way. So
yeah,
that
there's
might
a little
give you,
space here. Maybe if I
yeah,
get something with a stand of
mm,
its own, like
yeah,
a floor stand, I
yeah,
could put it
yeah,
on there.
yeah,
It was earlier, it was almost too bright, but now that the sun has shifted around, there's not
yeah.
much light coming from the window. So
Yeah. So unfortunately,
there's
I think if you're relying
a
on
little
daylight,
lamp up here, but it's
oh,
not
that's all.
helping much.
Okay.
So
Okay,
anyway,
you'll get there. You'll get there.
yeah. So nobody else here yet?
Not
That's
yet.
interesting.
No.
Okay.
I haven't even got Rachel's note taker actually. I'm sure it'll come in a minute. So,
Yeah.
but that's okay.
Um,
We can start, Susan. So,
yeah. You know,
so
I haven't gotten time yet to test what we
oh,
talked
okay.
about last time
No problem.
with the completion
Mm,
of the course and how it was showing 80% and then the next lesson it was
yeah,
showing 50%.
yeah, yeah.
I haven't had time to log in
Yeah,
there
no,
and test
no.
it.
That's
So,
okay. No problem.
um, but the other thing is what you said you were going to show
Oh yeah,
something.
absolutely. So in terms of
Can't remember now what it was.
oh, it was welcome page. So we were talking, I
Oh,
think
for the
we were
course.
briefly,
Right.
yeah, for the course. So to actually access the forum and things like that, if you actually, it's actually quite a nice thing to do. I did it for Kerry, to actually build a welcome page so that the potential students, which you got the EMC anyway, Susan.
Yeah, I think I have a welcome page set
Yeah.
up. It probably could be better, but it's something at least.
Okay, so so when I say a welcome page, it will just essentially be the homepage of the
Right.
mini course if you wanted to extend it. So that's
Right.
the homepage they come to.
Yep.
So when you have a course already, I think the scenario was someone was asking about if they didn't have a course, what would you do? They don't even have an
Right.
EMC. What would you do? So what I would recommend is actually create a homepage, which is just the basically a face of an EMC. So that is just what I call an experience page, because that is for the students to actually go through and will be able to do some actions so they get the interaction and start to get their dopamine and start to interact with the platform. So in which case you actually already have an EMC. So you will be able to actually get the forum set up using your EMC if you wanted.
Right. But once people finish the EMC, then I
Yeah,
would like to still have a community for them to be
yeah,
part of. But
for sure.
so
So do
that's really what you're describing, right? Is like a
Yes,
forum or
yeah,
community
yeah,
that they would
absolutely. Yeah,
access through that
yeah.
welcome page.
Can I ask you a
Okay.
question, Susan? Do they get to
Sure.
keep their EMC if they complete it?
If they complete it,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So that way you can actually still container everybody in that
That's
in that
true.
EMC.
They would
So
still be in there because of
yeah,
that. Yep,
yeah,
you're right.
yeah. So that
Um,
way they can ongoing keep communicating. So when you have things that you wanted to send out to them or do a public, saying, hey, look, the full course is ready, you can actually post that in the forum. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, and I know I will find ways to use that eventually, but I also was wanting to see more how that works because a friend of mine I think could use that for her setup.
Yeah.
So I was going to show her how it works, but I need to figure it out myself first.
Right. Hello, Rita. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. So sorry, Rita. We were just discussing utilizing forum to capture the community, and one of the questions was asked if you didn't have an EMC or a experience page, what would you do? So my recommendation, if you don't have a course already, my recommendation is to set up a experience page, which is the homepage, so everyone comes to the page to help promote and so they get an experience and get a taster of what it is like to work with Experienceify, to have the course. So you start to get your action check off, and start to get your cha-chings and get your dopamine, so that way they can be engaged. But they
So
will
that's
be able
what
to
you
say
mean
for
by
them.
an experience page, that they
Yeah,
get to
absolutely.
experience the
Yeah.
the gamification.
Yeah,
XP
absolutely.
stuff. Okay.
And I do think, it's very powerful when you get that cha-ching sound, or when you get a celebration, when you have
Yeah,
little puppy appear on your screen. It is all
the
very positive
confetti.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
I mean, I personally love it. That's one of my loved functions. And when I'm having a struggle sometimes with tech not quite working how I want it to, I go and click it off and turn it back on, just on and off button, just so I can keep myself motivated. That's one thing. And then I get, obviously, every time I do that, I get a nice little automation in the back end of my log to say you've ticked off, unchecked, and ticked off again. So it's but it doesn't matter if you're not tracking that kind of thing, that's okay. But it is actually really nice to actually be able to use that function. And at least if you're not having a full course, that you will be able to, even if it's just for building a community purposes, I think that the action checkoff points are actually really powerful, because you can ask them to say, join the community, have you say hello to your new friends, or the different things like that. It's actually really quite powerful to encourage the engagement of the students, and actually bring everyone's together in one single space.
So let me ask you a question about that. Can you
Yeah.
use it like you would do in a Facebook group, maybe to like post a poll for people to answer or something like that?
Absolutely. So the forum function, rather than tell you, why don't I quickly just pull up, just bear with me for one moment. Let me just grab, actually, I will use the front end, I think. Might be a bit mess up.
So I'm thinking also that I probably want to have an easy way for people to join that eventually, even if they're not interested in the EMC course that I created. Because I
Absolutely.
will have some holistic healthcare practitioners that probably don't care about the AEO course.
Yeah.
So it's something I have a way to join them in.
So instead of an EMC, if you just build that page and remove all the different buttons on the top, so you can actually just build a home page. So they're only coming here, and all you have actually a big section in this page. So instead of this section or here, what you will do is you will actually put in the forum in here. And the forum link in here, you can actually add a block, the link to the forum, and you can have a tab here that says forum. So that way they will be able to access that, and you can have a whole lot of different checkpoints, like, have you watched a welcome video? Because I assume you want to do a welcome video, Susan.
The forum.
It's probably for this particular page. Welcome to your community. This is XYZ. Please go down the bottom and start checking off points, so they can start experiencing and ticking things off as they go. And you will actually be able to, I don't think we should add it to the front page just because it makes it very messy. You can actually have something that looks like, let me just show you. I'll just click into one of the trainings.
Oh,
this.
that was nice with the little squares. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Very
so you can
flexible.
actually give them some goals and have them set up. So they can actually go through and tick these off.
Okay.
But down the bottom, you can actually add a little comment box. So they can actually comment and reply on the page if you wanted to. But however, I
Okay.
wouldn't recommend it. I would say take them into the forum, because otherwise your front page will be like, 10 pages long, because everyone has commented
Right.
it. I will pull it up. So you might as well, if that's the only purpose is to actually drive them into the forum, I think it will probably be best. My recommendation will be send them to the forum and have them chat there.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. So I was going to ask about that because if you, I mean, obviously, I need to keep a way for people who did complete the EMC to be able to get back to that because I'm telling them they have lifetime access to it, right?
Yeah.
So can I put that, like, make the whole thing organized around a forum page,
Yes,
add
you can,
goals, like you're
because
saying, and then have different blocks, like a block that would take them back to the EMC if they completed it,
I'm
and a
going to
block to a
yeah,
new course if I create one, at some point.
absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to open this. So this is different, obviously. It looks very, because this is self-contained, obviously, to this one.
Mhm.
But what you can do is you can actually allocate different courses. So the people that have, your students that have done EMC will have access to, obviously, the EMC community. And when you set up a
Right.
welcome page that's just a generic, you can actually have them allocated to the generic experience page. So it's just a community
Okay.
only page. So that way, and then you can allocate the students that's in the EMC also to the welcome experience page, experience community too, whatever you
Okay.
wanted to call them. So the
Great.
idea of it is to actually create two containers. So one will contain the EMC and the other one will contain generic, just want to sign up. I want to be part of the community.
Right.
Am I making
Yeah,
sense?
because eventually I'm going to focus the
Yeah.
whole thing around content marketing, right?
Yeah.
That's why I created that new URL to kind of tie all both parts of my business together. I have Next Wave Content Agency. So yeah, and then over time I may add another EMC that's related to a different topic. And
absolutely.
and again have a block, and the people who have completed that course could access that block.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome, Shannon. You okay? Don't do that. It must hurt. I'm sorry. Susan, are you quite happy with what we just talked about?
Yeah. I think that makes sense. I hadn't really thought about doing it that way. And it's not going to be my top priority, but it gives me an idea of where to go with it.
Absolutely.
Maybe
so
a month
when
or
you
two from now,
when you
right?
want to structure that a bit better on how to, obviously jump on the next office hour and we can do a quick how to do that, rather than overwhelming you. But the concept is, yes, you can, but creating a experience page to contain potential future students, so they can get the experience and build the community. But you don't have to do it on Facebook. You can actually do it in
and part of it would be continuing to share information with them that's engaging and lets them have fun with it, just like I would do in a Facebook group, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So you'll be able to actually post, upload materials, and that will be private. Obviously, it won't be shared as Facebook, even as a private group. It is still on Facebook. But when you're share anything on Experienceify, is obviously contained on Experienceify. So
and it doesn't have to be permanent content then, right? I could have it up for a month maybe, and then take it
Yeah.
down and put
Yeah.
something else up instead.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you
And-
can actually create different sub work. Shannon, we're just talking about forum and the community function on Experienceify. So I thought just give you a bit of a context while we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. But you can actually have a running, obviously, what's new. So you can actually stagger them so they can stay up, obviously. So you can have different
And the
workspaces for
others
different
could
type
go
of things.
into an archive of some
Yeah.
kind, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you can move them and you can create different kind of spaces so the students can keep going and check and see where they are. So
Okay.
you can have a page that just says hello and the other one is share wins. And so we create different spaces for different functions. But obviously, as this is one thing I always say, it's great to have an idea as a creator that we create so many different spaces. But the number of people that post and wherever they want to post, because that's the first thing they see, it doesn't always quite play out because people don't always put their wins in the, I've just got something generic to share, vice versa. So people just post wherever they like. But the
Yeah.
idea is to create separate spaces for different things.
Oh, because when it's a forum, the individual users can post there too.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can actually comment and post, and you can limit who sees what. If they have a particular, you can use tag system. If they, who can see what kind of post and that type of thing. So,
okay,
yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Cool.
I don't want to take up too much more time because there's a couple of people waiting, but
Yeah,
that's
no
very
problem.
helpful. Thanks.
Rita, welcome.
Thank you so much. I've been waiting to get on this call, but now that you've gave me a sneak peek of your great site, that was amazing.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. That needs to be put in a box. That is amazing.
Thank
So
you.
now my
Thank you,
mind is
Rita.
just blown because you've just shown me the possibilities. So thank you for that.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
gonna
most
have to get
welcome.
on it now for sure.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
very nicely put together.
Thank you. Thank you, Rita. And Rita, do you want to share with us your wins? Because usually we start these sessions because we started with Susan and she shared her wins with me. So something milestone, share your wins with us and, we'll start here.
Yeah. Well, for me, I actually kind of went through and kind of printed out everything. And so my first course in there is I have learning how to say no. And
Cool. Very
kind of
nice.
did some of the things, how to nicely say no and all these
Yeah.
different things. And so
Cool.
I made it very short. And then I did send it out to get some feedback. And like they was getting stuck on one part, but that was because I had put in like a point for like watching the video, but I really didn't have the video, wasn't there.
Yeah.
And so I had to go back in and tweak that because I was trying to figure out where the disconnect was. So it's just those little things like that,
Yeah.
the nuances that I was trying to, work on. But I'm very excited. And I just realized that I just have to keep, working on it.
Yeah, of course.
And so I'm going to
Absolutely.
go and do some videos this week here and start actually putting, maybe faceless videos, in the beginning, but at least put something out there.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna,
absolutely.
once I get that done, I'm gonna start putting that out in places so people it could be like a lead magnet.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That's really exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Work in progress is something to be celebrate. We need to celebrate work in progress because there's always,
Yeah.
you can always make it better, but getting it out into the world and start testing it with real students, with real people is actually one of the most important things. So yeah, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Cool. All right, Rita, you got questions. So shall we move to your questions and get some few things untangled for you?
For
Do you
Shannon?
have any? Yeah, no. Rita, do you want to ask your questions? And Shannon can share his wins when we come to him. How's that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right now, I figured that out.
Yeah.
And I probably will have some questions. So this is my first time connecting, so
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
very excited. So now I know to
Cool.
get my questions so that I can be better prepared. So now that
No
I know
problem.
that you're here, I can I'll work on it and then, make sure I got my questions for the next time.
Yeah, no problem. All good. Thank you for sharing, Rita.
You're welcome.
Shannon,
Hi. I
welcome. Is
have a
your hand
loss.
okay? Is your hand okay?
I haven't done that in a long time. There's the corner here. I went to go away
Yeah.
and then I drew blood. So
So did you win or did the table win?
I am afraid the desk won this time.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Next time then.
Yeah. So like Rita, this is my first time.
Yeah.
I
Welcome.
said, thank you so much. I was thinking after, 8 p.m. that we'd have a little bit of a chance to catch our breath.
Mm,
And that hasn't happened. My breath is still, I'm still trying to catch up with it from about 2 or 3 months ago. So,
fair enough. Yeah.
so today's is basically observation time.
Oh, well done. Well done. But I think, I think sometimes it is good to take a minute to actually look at what needs to be done and map it out and then go, okay. But it's when you wanted to start looking at using any new platform or any new tools, and XP is the same, is that take a minute and then say, actually, what do I have to do? That's the minimum. And so I can actually have something that that looks actually doable. So break up the tasks rather than saying, oh my God, I have to build this giant thing. You don't, even if it's just a homepage, the page that when the student comes to interaction with, and to even if it's just one module, one training, that's a good start. And then you add on top of that. So that's what I always recommend rather than trying to build a whole thing, because they can get really overwhelming. And so yeah, so that's great that you're taking women.
Yeah, I'm helping to caregive in 3 different places. So I'm late today because I got my mother-in-law from adult daycare. Yesterday, another area taking my dad to the doctors, and before that, my mom 2 hours away taking her to the doctor. So I'm kind of
Oh
trying to fit everything in, So
yeah.
yeah,
Well, we're here to
So-
help. So, anything that we can do to help you get started. And so, Shannon, do you have questions, or what do you guys want to do today? Because we still have a few minutes, 35 minutes. So unless Susan got more questions, or we can actually go over some topics if you wanted, unless you have questions, Shannon, as well.
No, not this time. Next time,
Okay.
yes.
Yep.
This time, no.
Is there
Thank you.
anything in particular that you guys want to have a look at, or that I should show you guys through? Anything particular, navigation of any areas? Sorry, Rita, you're on mute.
Can we just marvel at your great at your great masterpiece? Maybe go through it. I mean, because that is a now and I hate to ask you a question, but I mean, so is that from a teacher perspective? I was trying to quickly read, some of the things that was on yours.
Yeah. So that particular course, Mission AI, Lead, Learn, and Level Up, is actually designed for kids that's between 8 to 12. And it's actually teaching them the overall understanding of AI, how it works. They don't get access to tools. They don't get to play with all the different tools, because obviously with the age restriction and safety purposes. But the idea of it is to actually teach them the understanding of overall how AI works, because AI is coming and is here to stay. So it's teaching them how to navigate the AI world. But more particularly built in the leadership component to teach them to, how do we fail better? How do we learn from our mistakes? And it is okay, because I think we are in a society of, everything is picture perfect. So kids are not wanting to put up their hand to say, hey, I made a mistake. And I will be the first person to say, if I made a mistake or I don't know something, I'm really sorry, I don't know. So let me go and find out. Or I don't know, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. These are the things that's missing, and that's the idea of actually building that in. But using gamification to get the kids engaged, that's one of our courses that we have done. But from a teacher perspective, it helps teachers to get the kids on board and get them more engaged in classroom, to put up their hand even when they think they have a silly question, because there's no question that's silly, right? The only thing that is, so that's the overall idea of the AI course. Sorry, I assume you want to see it. I'll put it up, just so you can see it. But from a design point of view, is all about keeping, every section is actually designed to actually do a little break. And the videos are, the video we have created for this particular course is, there's an interrupt about every 15 to 20 seconds. The interrupt is actually designed to actually support the message that's been said in the first 15 seconds. So there'll be a 3-second interrupt after every 15 seconds. The idea of it is to actually keep their brain engaged and reinforcing the message in different ways, and with videos, pictures, and moving animations. So, but this is what I call the homepage. Obviously, that Susan, this is also where you will only build that for your community. If that's only for community purposes, not to go any further. So you can actually remove everything that can go into the actual course. So this is the only page they have access to. And the idea, obviously, as you guys know, was Marissa's course, EPM, that, obviously setting goals is really important so they can see themselves in these things. And the language is used is obviously, I think we have worked really hard to actually go, the whole course is actually designed with no negative words, such as don't do something, is always remember to do something. For example, like that, it's actually just about reinforcing all the positives rather than using a negative language. So, and obviously kids being kids, that we needed to make sure, I think adults are the same, really. So that's why we got this live Zoom set on the homepage here. So you can add with homepage that you will actually be able to customize this, Rita and Shannon. So for you guys, that you actually be able to add additional video and additional things to the homepage. But when you are actually in training mode, in the training courses, the container is more set. So you can only upload, it's only how you set up the container will be exactly the same right throughout the whole course.
Okay, so for this page right here,
Yep.
and I sent you a request to see if I could share. Okay, so this is like this would be like your school. This is that was your building, right, per se?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, so when people go, that's just like that's the entry point into your program, right?
Yes.
That's the
Yes.
main page
Yep.
that
Yep.
everyone sees all the time. Okay. And then from there, let me see. So I was working on this, and you could tell me I'm not there yet. Okay, okay,
It's coming up. It takes a moment.
okay. All right. So what I would like, okay, it's not coming up.
Not coming up. Do you want to stop sharing and do that again, perhaps?
Okay, yep, I could do it again. Thank you.
Shannon will come back to you in 1 moment.
Okay, thanks. No, it's not coming up. And okay. If it doesn't come up this time, it'll be okay. It's not coming up.
It's very strange.
It
I
keeps
have
coming up with the wrong page. It keeps coming up with the wrong page.
Okay. Do we should we actually, do you want to ask your question, Rita? Do you want to have a little think, or do you want to ask your question, what your question is? Sorry, just because the sharing is for some reason it's not.
Okay.
What I was going to suggest is share your whole screen rather than a
Oh, yeah,
specific
actually, that's a good idea.
program.
Oh, thank you,
Okay.
Susan.
That way, whatever you have open at that point is what will show up, right?
Yeah. I
It's
tell
okay,
you
Rita.
what,
But before you get conscious about, before you get conscious, you got
okay,
too many things open. That's everybody though. So don't worry. When you're in course creator mode, you always have about 10,000
yeah,
tabs
and
open.
it's saying, uh, okay, now, okay, I'm gonna try this one more time, and if not, what I'm going to do is to, okay,
Oh, I
it's
think we
okay.
were,
What
oh,
I'm gonna do is actually drop this in the, oh, all right, what I'm gonna do is just drop it in the chat. There you go. Okay,
gonna quickly open this.
you see it?
Yes, just bear with me. Hang on. I think
Okay.
I'm just going to pull this up.
Thank you, Susan. Yeah, normally I don't have a problem doing that. Okay, so all right, yay. All right, so this is what I
This
came up
looks
with.
nice.
This is what I'm working on, right?
Yep.
And so when you scroll down, or up or what, yeah. Okay, so that's like the one course that I made, right? And so I'm
Yep.
still working on that to bring it. And then so all my courses will be under this umbrella, is what you're saying?
No, this
So
is
when I come up
actually,
with new,
sorry, go, Rita.
go ahead.
Okay, so this is the marketplace. So you have set this as your marketplace. So this is where all your courses, so if you have 10 courses, this is where it will live. Right. So
Okay.
when I'm saying about the homepage is actually solely contained to the course. So, you know, that particular course master, the art of saying no with confidence and grace, is this host. So this particular thing, Shannon, just so you know, this is called Marketplace, which you will set up for when you have like 10 different courses. It's not exactly necessary to do it right from the beginning if you just want to get started.
Don't even ask me how I got there, Becky. I don't even
I
yeah,
will
see, I've learned.
oh good, no problem. Hang on, I'll just quickly show you because Susan probably will eventually wanted to set this up as well. So let's just go to this. I'm in the XP Office demo course at the moment. So if I
Gotcha.
go to step number 4, where you were, Rita, is here. So if you go to page number 4 and marketplace, here is where you have set up your marketplace. Okay, so that's what is actually showing at the moment. But when I refer to the homepage of the course, is actually here. Hang on, let me just shift my cursor a little bit. I'll make it a little bit bigger so it's easier to see. Just bear with me for one moment.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I see it. So now, like all that information that you had, which is awesome, for that one, say if I did that one class saying no, then like the Zoom links, the times, and all of that, I can add that to the front of that homepage.
Yes. So sorry, for some reason my pointer won't let me change size at the moment. So I will scrap that so I can show you. So if you go to course content, this is where you host obviously everything that you do in training in step number 3. So training number 1, training number 2, your overall module. But if I go to homepage, this is what we have been talking about. The page that you were actually looking at when I said to Susan as well, when you were building, when I said just built the homepage, this is the homepage. So you customize this and this can be set up as when they first come to the course, this is what they will come to, right? And think of marketplaces like a sort of a mini landing page for all your courses.
Gotcha.
Yep.
I'm moving ahead now.
Cool.
I think I'm ready. And next time I get on, I'm gonna be further down. I got it.
Okay, so you're gonna next time we'll make sure that you can share, so you can show us the cool things that you're doing. Okay.
Okay.
And I think Rita and Shannon, while you guys are so new, are still working on this, is and I think Rita has got a little bit more experience. Obviously, you've set up that page. But just think of Experienceify as everything is in blocks. So what do I want this block to achieve? And then that's how I would structure the page. That's how I think, is that, I want to communicate this in this block and the next block and this, so forth, and then you just flow through. And anything that is big, and because you're going to have given a lot of information, sometimes a page to break it up and then build a custom page to host certain things, like if you got a really complex meeting, Zoom live sessions, and you want to communicate only calendars, for example. Someone has one of our clients actually had a really quite a complex, on Sunday we do this, on Monday we do this, different sessions throughout the week. What you can do is you can actually set up a calendar. And sometimes I do find calendars can be a bit distracting if you just put it on the front page, because it's quite a big giant block. And then you have to give them instructions to go in and make sure. So sometimes a page to build a custom page later down the track. Rita, you don't have to do this right now. Later down the track, that you can actually build a custom page to just post information about the calendars. And you can just put a link in the front page. So everything is basically, you probably want to think about it as it hosts all the information you need, but how do I communicate that so you don't have to scroll 10 times to get down to the bottom of the page. So, cool, happy. Susan, can we come back to you in a moment? I think Shannon's still got his hand up.
It's a very simple question. When I was at the basics starting, the cha-ching.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I didn't really like. I'm writing 2 courses related to caregiving and financial mindsets.
That's awesome.
And that's my situation. I left a salary job in higher education overseas, came back, and then I found, wow, my plate was full and overflowing. So, I don't want any of these rockets or anything like that. Instead of ching, I want hugs.
Okay.
Can we, I didn't see hugs available for my cha-ching.
Let me, So there are 2 different things, right? So the sound, that you can change the sound to different noises. So you can actually change that to different sounds. But in terms of the animation that pops up and saying the visual, there's a library of all the different animations and all the different celebrations that you can use. It's a matter of actually going to choose. There are AI ones, there are robot ones, and there are puppies, and so you can, I don't know, I'm not sure. Why don't we actually see if there is a hug one? So, so that's
maybe I didn't explore enough.
Some butterflies floating around the garden or something calming like that.
Sorry, I'm going to stop sharing. I'll just get to the right spot. I've got too many things open. Just bear with me for one quick moment.
I think in the sounds, there's one with like a Tibetan chime or something.
Yes, there's a ninja one that you can be very calm. I quite like that one. That's actually funny. Hang on, just bear with me for one moment. Oh, you're going to have so much fun with this. So I'm just going to quickly pull this up and share. No, that's wrong. Okay, cool. So if we go into celebrations in step number 6, so I'm actually in the course. So Shannon, you have to actually create a course first, even just grab a template, and then so you can actually go in and play in here and choose your celebrations. So so there are different ones like this one. This one is really cute. I quite like this one. I'll play that for you. hang on, I think I haven't shared. Oh, sorry.
I know somewhere along the line, I haven't, created the course yet, just outlining. It's
Yeah, sorry. I
so,
like the puppy, so it's just really cute. Makes me smile. So
okay, I thought somewhere along the line we needed to, or maybe that was for me. I don't know exactly the Ching. I don't know.
yeah, no. I think yes. We had one client in the past that had really have because they built that's not our course, but one of our clients that was actually building a summer camp for kids was really having trouble with the cha-ching sound for the kids because they think that it's kids shouldn't be motivated just by money. And I said, well, personal opinion, there's nothing wrong because we need money to survive. So there's nothing wrong with that. But if it does, if you wanted to achieve something different, which every course is slightly different, every course is different and what you want to achieve is different, you can change that. So you can just open here and open Celebration Builder, and you will actually be able to go and sorry, the navigation is in the way. And if you go view celebration gallery, and you will be able to see a whole lot of different visual celebration, and you can even search. That's why hugs. Let's see what it comes up with. Oh, no, there's nothing. Hug. How about hug? No. So you can actually go and search for related words or what you're looking at or what you're looking for, Shannon, by actually, or you can sift through the very big library that there is pre-built. So you can actually go, so these are the pre-built, and so there's 3 pages of these, the pre-built ones, and you can go through and have a look and different ones. So yeah, see how there's sorry, it's not showing up at the moment, but you can actually go through. There are 12 pages of all the different celebrations. So you can choose from different, sometimes get a little bit creative with searching words by replacing all the different words of hugs or warm or butterfly, like Susan said. I think that might, somehow butterfly is related to hugs, right? So searching butterfly might just give you what you want. So just go and have a look and see if you can find what you want in there. So
Okay, thanks.
is that helpful? But in terms of changing the cha-ching, it's also in celebration. So if you here, you can actually see, when you earn X number of points, what sound you want the celebration to be. Every time you take a check off the action, you can actually change it. So you'll be able to customize it. So every time they get XP, you'll be able to actually modify that. Did I answer your question, Shanna?
Kind of. I know where to go. And I'll
Okay. So
thank you.
no problem. So yeah, so you'll be there will be pre-built things that you will be able to change out. So cool. Awesome. Susan.
I was just going to make a recommendation, I guess, for minimum viable product rather than, I mean, what you've got in your graphics and everything is very impressive, but my homepage is much simpler than that, and it still works, so.
Yeah, I think Rita has done a really good job of creating her page, so it looks really nice.
Thank you. But I'm going back to that home page. It's on. That's my homework.
Yeah, so just work through on that, and I think if you just actually break them up into little sections, and that's actually very achievable.
Yeah.
Obviously, so yeah, so I think it is actually really cool. And obviously, I'm going to tell you this: the course might look really nice, but it didn't happen in one day. Okay, it did get built obviously over the course of time. So things get changed out, and you can always make it better. Because that course that I was just showing you was a 5-week course, and we've just done a 12-week, and now we're modifying that again in the sense of making it better and breaking it up even more to refine it some more. And that's just every version will get better and better, and you just add more things. But it doesn't have to. You don't have to start there, obviously. Please don't start there, because otherwise it will take quite a long time to build, and while you're still learning, it is better to get the first version out, and then you can always be tweaking that. So, and what we were talking about a bit earlier about the forum, that obviously you can worry about that later down the track. Like Susan said, we can do that, always add that a bit later. You don't have to start it right from the beginning. And that's just another reason for your older students that's already been on the course. There's just another reason for you to be able to contact them to say, hey, guess what? This is what I've done for you. We have a new forum available, so you can connect with people like-minded like you. So, every time you do something new, there's another reason to actually talk to your previous students, or something, obviously any reason to talk to them is always a good thing. Just keep you on top of their mind. So
Becky, you just raised a question for me though.
yeah, please.
If I have people that will have completed the EMC, right?
Yep.
And they're supposed
Yep,
to have
absolutely.
lifetime access.
Yep.
What happens if I make changes to update something in that course?
Yeah.
Are they going to get notified of the change, or are they still, it just doesn't affect them at all?
They unless you want them to be notified, no, they won't, unless you reset their course or relaunch the course again, which you will reallocate them. But however, with the new changes, if you want to do a little summary email, you can set the students that is currently in the course, and then send our automation email to say, there have been new content drop, or there have been new courses, or there's been significant changes to the platform. Please revisit. You can actually do that, but otherwise it will just reflect on what is there. So they won't get notified unless you set it.
And then if they did want to go through it again, what would they have to do? Well, they can just access it and go through it, right?
Yeah. If you want them to redo if they wanted to redo the course again with everything cleared out, what they can do is ask them to send you an email, so you can actually reset the course points for them. So that means they will start again. Where we go into, I might as well show rather than just
under managed students, right?
If you go into one of the, say for example, let's just grab this. So course. So if you go here, so we go to students on the left-hand sidebar, and we just grab one student, and you will be able to reset course points. So you reset that, then they start again. So you'll clear all their XPs. And like I said, Susan, there's always the option of just taking them out as a student and add them back in again. And that way they will get the whole welcome and the whole sequence again. So you start that automation process of reminding them, your time is, you haven't logged in for 24 hours. Please do, because you're going to lose because all those emails are already set up. Sorry, Susan, I seem to have lost audio for you. That's strange. Can you guys hear Peter and Shannon? Can you hear Susan?
Can't hear her.
No.
Susan had done something really very brave. She's actually done a great job of actually moving her office. So maybe is still in the progress of being set up. So do you want to type your question, Susan? I think Zoom cut you off, no? Um, sorry, I'm just going to mute you from my end. If you want to unmute yourself, and hopefully that should reset that.
Can you hear me now?
We can.
Okay.
Right.
No, I was just thinking if somebody might not want to go through the whole course again, but if
Yeah.
there's one module that's changed,
Yeah,
I don't have to do anything, right? Because they have access to it, so they can go in and find
Yeah.
that module and page through it.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Okay, great.
Absolutely.
Thank
So
you.
you can do that. Cool. All right. So is there any other cool things I can show you about the Experienceify platform before we head off in 7 minutes? Any other questions?
So if I wanted a course actually built, I could just go online and be able to get someone to do that as well, right?
Sorry, what was that, Rita?
If I wanted to have a course built or, okay.
I can do that for you. That's what we do when I'm not. I work. I help XP and host office hours, but we do actually build courses for our clients. So, so if you are looking for someone to build it, I can have a search strategy session with you, and then I can do that
Sure.
for you if you want that. So,
Okay.
yeah, but you can get that built for you if that's what you want.
Yeah, I have an urgent program to help, parents and families with family members with addiction. And
Yeah.
I'm teaching and doing it now, but I need
Yeah.
to set a course in place
Sure.
for recovery. And
Sure.
I feel it's urgent right now in the times
Yeah.
that we're in to get this
Sure.
out there.
Yeah, Rita, I've actually just dropped my contact details in the chat. So if you want to shoot me an email, we can actually do a quick catch up if you like, and I can talk you through it and see. Urgent is how fast are you thinking wanting that being built? But we can talk about this
Okay.
offline anyway. Shouldn't be talking about this in the office hour, but we can do that. I can help you. I can give you a hand.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Cool. Shannon, do you have any questions or anything that's burning in your mind that I can help with before we head off?
Just give me lots of time.
Yeah, okay.
I need time.
Yeah. But I think, Shannon, rather than looking for a lot of time, I think this is one of the things that we always juggle a lot of things in our life because like you, I do actually, have 3 elderlies I take care of as well. And so it's actually about finding 15 minutes. If you actually break everything up in 15 minutes, thinking about, I will spend 15 minutes in doing one thing or customizing one block or something like that and just work through it. And by the end of the week, you'll be surprised that you will have half of the page built rather than trying to do a whole thing in one go and try to secure 2 hours. That's what I always find when you first get started, just making a habit of 15 minutes every day or 20 minutes or half an hour, whatever you can spare. Just lock that in and then do that one at a time. And then you can come with questions and we can help you. You can go away and work on that. And then that will, then you will have a course built in time. So,
Can I ask you a question about Go
Absolutely.
Plus?
yeah, no, I can if it's about
Just very general.
please.
Yeah, because I haven't set that up yet.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Sure,
I
please.
know that they have office hours on Thursdays for that as
Yeah.
well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering how. I guess I just want to become familiar with Go Plus. I've got to sign up for it. It's on my list of things to do.
Yeah. Because are you on the lifetime plan as well, Shannon?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So my recommendation is to get your course launched. Focus on Experienceify first. While learn 2 platforms when you're actually building the course. So build the course first in Experienceify because that can you can build a landing page and like we said, a marketplace will be able to host all your courses. You don't necessarily need to go to Go Plus right now because if you're all really short of time, there's no need to learn 2 platforms. If you are going to eventually build a website on Go Plus can do that. Go Plus can do many different things, but Go Plus also has, 10,000 more buttons than XP, I believe. So, there's a lot of places to navigate, and there are a lot of what look like duplicate places, but it's not. So how about my recommendation, Shannon, is actually focus on Experienceify, because that will be a very simple connecting point process to connect your Experienceify account to your courses to Go Plus. And Experienceify can also take payments if it's just that you want all the bells and whistles in Go Plus, like, be able to actually set different pricings and things like that and different packages. That is where you start to look in Go Plus for something more complex. But if you have a course built already in Experienceify, then you can start to think about all the bells and whistles. So I will say focus on Experienceify first and get to know that. And then later down the track, when you say, hey, look, I've got too many students, good problem to have. I have 1,000 students. I need to actually manage this in a more extensive way. Then that's where you will move to Go Plus and start looking at that. Does that help?
I didn't ask a question, but you gave me the right answer.
Sorry, I assume that was the question that came up, because that was Go Plus versus XP. But I just wanted to sort of direct you of, not get overwhelmed by Go Plus. But do log in and have a look, and then you will be able to see what I was saying in terms of the extensiveness of the capability of Go Plus. But it is there's a lot of things to navigate. But Experienceify is clean, a whole lot simpler than Go Plus to actually get everything set up, and everything's contained in its container.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool. Wonderful. So everybody happy? You guys are okay? All good? Amazing. Cool. Then we are just on the hour. Unless we have any more questions, I'll say goodbye. And happy course building. This is the fun part.
Just one last question.
Yeah.
Becky and Rita, where are you guys located? I know you probably did this introduction before.
Oh, no, I'm in Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Oh, okay.
Very cool. I'm in New Zealand.
Oh,
In New Zealand?
now that's cool.
The other side of the world.
Yeah, that's cool. What time is it?
I don't know. It's midday here in New Zealand.
Okay.
What about you, Shannon?
I'm north of Rita. I'm in St. Louis, in that area.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
All right.
Cool.
yeah, we just got rid of our last snow. I mean,
Yeah.
I've got just a tiny little bit now, but for a few weeks there.
Yeah,
Well, I can imagine what you have. So
yeah, it's supposed to be summer here, but our weather pattern has actually been very strange. I literally have a heater next to my aircon because it's one day it's really cold and the next day is really hot. So it's the weirdest thing, right? So I'm kind of going, well, so what am I going to use that? Which one am I going to use today? And every time I kind of go, oh, I think we're in a full summer now, put the heaters away. And then it's kind of like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I just kind of gave up after 4 times or something. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Last month on one day, the temperatures dropped 60 degrees in Fahrenheit. 60 degrees. I mean, it was shorts around noon.
Yeah.
By 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you needed a jacket. By night, you needed long underwear and everything. So,
Oh, wow.
So Midwest weather.
Well, I think we're seeing that in all different, throughout the world. I mean, all the weather, because literally, cold freeze, and today is 70 degrees, and it's like, oh, wow, I don't need any, back to flip-flops, so yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's nice meeting you, Shannon. And thank you, Becky,
Nice
so
meeting
much.
you
I
all.
look forward to
You're
talking
welcome.
to you.
Yeah, we'll talk soon.
See you.
Okay.
Sure.
You guys have a
All right.
great afternoon, right? Evening?
Yep.
Afternoon? Evening? Okay.
Evening.
All right.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
so
I'll
much.
see you later.
Bye-bye.
See you next week. Bye.
See you.
Bye, Shannon.
Bye-bye.